I'm a strong believer in leaning into your strengths, in focusing on what you're good at, and patching over or avoiding the things that you're weak in. This isn't a universally held belief. Some people really believe that you should be trying to fix your weak spots. I believe that by doing that, you are just ending up with a C in everything as opposed to focusing on your A's. That being said, if you're not careful, your biggest strengths can turn into your biggest weaknesses. My biggest strength is probably my ability to work with what you've got, to work the problem, to start from an arbitrary starting point, and then figure out how to get to the end point from there. And that's great, and that's allowed me to be very successful because it allows me to come onto projects midstream and guide them towards their endpoints. It allows me to work with a large variety of different people and work with their strengths and work with them in order to get the best work out of those people and cover over their mistakes as best I can. But it also probably is my biggest weakness because I'm so eager to work with what's there to fix and finish what already exists. Sometimes that means supporting features that probably should be cut. Sometimes that means working with a game designs whose DNA is fundamentally flawed. In the case of people, working with people and trying to lean into their strengths is great, but some people are toxic. And rather than remove those people from the project, I have a bad habit of taking those people that maybe probably shouldn't be on the project and still trying to find value out of them. If they are people that can't interact with the rest of the team, isolating from them from the team as best I can and still trying to get work out of them. If they are people that aren't competent at the role that they're supposed to be in, finding roles where they can be at least marginally successful. And to a certain degree, that can be useful, but at some point, you're allowing people who are destructive to your team to remain on your team, and you should take them off. So in the case of the features, sometimes you need to realize that this feature isn't gonna work and it needs to be cut. And often figuring that out earlier is the better way to go. In the case of people, you need to know when this person isn't gonna fit into your culture. And rather than trying to build up padding and protection to allow them to be a marginally productive member of your team, sometimes the best thing for everyone is to remove that person from the team. It can be the best thing even for that person, because if they're not fitting in, they're not going to be happy. And the fact that you're trying to get something out of them isn't the best way to go. For me, it's basically this. I want to move forward. I want to spend effort moving forward. And so I put an incredible amount of cost on anything that requires us to move backwards, whether that be taking on the pain of removing someone from the team, whether that be the rework that will be triggered by removing a major feature from a game, whether that be the consequences caused by a radical shift in direction for the project. But it's a J-curve sometimes, which means that sometimes you have to take that hit. You have to go backwards in order to go forwards. And the sooner that you recognize that, the better off you're going to be. So that's a case where my general stubbornness and doggedness and desire to move forward turns into a weakness that can cause me to get stuck and to churn in places when the better path would have been to take that step backward. But the point of this video isn't Mark does his self-evaluation. The point is to talk about the fact that your greatest strength can be your greatest weakness. Your supreme level of confidence can easily turn into stubbornness. Your willingness to listen to different points of view can turn into vacillation and an unwillingness to stick to a direction. Regardless of what that strength is, taken to extremes can turn into a weakness. So in the end, like always, the better you know yourself, the better you know the places that you're incredibly strong, the better able you are to be cognizant of the places when maybe you've taken that strength a little bit too far. Lean into your strengths. Recognize that you can be an A in a couple of things and a C or even a D in others, but recognize that if you're not careful, your greatest strengths can become your greatest weaknesses. A special thanks to my members. They provide the resources that this channel needs to keep running. If you're interested in becoming a member, there's a link to that down in the description. If you found this interesting, give it a thumbs up. That shows YouTube that they should share it with some other people. How about you? What are your greatest strengths? And have you seen places where those strengths have turned into weaknesses? How do you keep yourself aware of that risk? Let me know that down in the comments. I will see you again soon. Thank you.